this brilliant stuff here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And it's Christmas. There's going to be back to back football conversations, and we'll have a lot of the conversations. And I love it when I'm on a tactical board and we're having all the analysis that we need to have, because it's imperative that we get to understand how our teams are playing. And I'm going to give you that back to back. And you know what? Thank you very much for choosing me this Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I am grateful again for everybody across the world, in the US, in the UK, anywhere in Europe, of course, in Nigeria. Very important set of people in Kenya and Zimbabwe. And my people here in Ghana, I'm very grateful for the support and everything that you have been affording me here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. There is brilliant stuff, new stuff for you here to enjoy. So thank you very much for choosing me and then joining in on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So yeah, let's get straight into the action, guys. So Chelsea had such an important win against Brighton and Hove Albion. That win was so important that if it had gone south, there would have been issues. And in my last video, if you've not seen it, you have to go back, go and watch it. One of the things I did speak about was that Chelsea's own issues of indiscipline. And somebody in the comments said something that was very true. I think it was Francis. One of those comments where he did mention the fact that, you see, it is the fact that Mauricio Pochettino is trying to get the players and the team to be very aggressive and then chase games and play good football and all of those stuff. But the bigger problem is that they seem to be channeling it wrongly. They seem to be going into games with too much aggression. They are not channeling the aggression in the right way, and then they tend to be doing things wrongly, and they end up getting extra yellow cards and red cards and whatnot. So let's just start by way of that, of giving an update of where Chelsea are with respect to that. So first of all, Rhys James is going to be back. He's going to play in this game against Manchester United. Apart from that, Mark Cucurella is also going to return from suspension. But there are two players that are just one yellow card away from suspension, and that's Enzo Fernandez and then Raheem Sterling. Mind you, I've told you several times that Enzo has been very integral for Chelsea, and then same for Raheem Sterling. Sterling's job of either keeping the width and knowing when to come inside with and without the ball has been very important. In the game against Brighton, himself and then Mihailo Mudryk were very important in that regard, and how Chelsea used them, either staying wide or coming inside, was very important. Now, Chelsea are playing against Manchester United. You see, the saddest bit of this game is that Chelsea can be Chelsea. Yes. You see, it's sad for a lot of people who are Manchester United fans. I've said consistently that I think that Erik ten Hag is necessarily not the problem at Manchester United. But for some reason, in recent times, I'm beginning to raise my hand up and say, you know what, Erik ten Hag probably is out of his depth now. And they played over 13 games in the English Premier League this season. Not even a single performance has been good enough. Again, the squad building profile of Erik ten Hag and the kind of players he got for Onana to thrive hasn't been good enough. And I've had questions of all of those things as well. But yeah, the one thing I'm very happy that I'm right is the fact that Onana is a brilliant ball-playing goalkeeper, and that is still valid as it stands now, regardless of the fact that United are suffering. In that game against Newcastle, they just did not work as hard as Newcastle did work. So first of all, from the Chelsea perspective, I'll start from hard work. Chelsea needs to work harder than Manchester United. It's a team that they know that even in the bad place, a win against Chelsea was going to give them a lot of confidence, and they will come chasing that. And that game is also at the Old Trafford. Mind you, Chelsea are playing 2 games away. They're playing away at the Goodison Park against Everton, and then that all-important game against Manchester United also at Old Trafford. And these are 2 away games that Chelsea ought to win. They need to win to push themselves up. Chelsea needs a bit of consistency. They need it badly. Now, if it's about hard work, it's about aggression, then I would have loved to have Conor Gallagher in this game. But Conor is out of the team because of that red card that he had, and I just think that they are channeling the aggression the wrong way. I mean, the Chelsea players, how they are channeling the aggression isn't the right way, and it tends to be affecting the team. But still, the job that Nicholas Jackson is leading the press, I think that for someone like me, I've not given him a lot of credit in recent times, and I need to give him a lot of credit. He does a brilliant job in leading the press. The kind of job that he does in leading the press has been one of the best. And you see a lot of those exploits in the game against Brighton, fighting for balls, winning those ball back, channeling, playing the ball forward, holding up play. Mind, he set up that goal for Leverkusen and he has been very brilliant in that regard. Yes, he is far from a finished article. He's still raw, but with the base that he has in terms of an all-round potential of a striker, I don't see where you get some in the world right now. He's all-round, hold up play, depth touches, dribbling, everything for a striker, and I think that he's the germ. And Chelsea just do not need to sell him. He's a player that Chelsea needs to keep. Even if they are going to get a killer in the future, they need to keep Nicolas Jackson because he is very, 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 very important. So yeah, in the game against Brighton and Hove Albion, Chelsea went into it in a 4-2-3-1. In this game, there were no fullbacks. I mean, Chelsea didn't have a recognizable fullback in the team. So now the biggest dilemma for Mauricio Pochettino will be, with James is coming, Marco Correa is coming. How do you set up your backline? I love that partnership between Thiago Silva and Benoit Bellachile, and I would love to see it again. Is Mauricio Pochettino going to go with that? I think that is something that he will straight up go with that. I think on the left hand side also, on my left hand side, which is here, Levi Cole, I think that he's going to still keep with Levi Cole. It is on the right hand side, I think that maybe Alexander Sassi is going to lose his position, and then James is going to come in as club captain. The fact that also Conor Gallagher is out of the team is going to be very important. And for the very first time in a long time, if Cole Palmer is fit, it means that Chelsea are going to have Cole Palmer, Mikhailo Mudryk, and then Raheem Sterling. It is the Christmas period, so I think that essentially Chelsea are going to use a lot of their players. Now, they are going to dig into that squad. Noni Madueke, Ian Mattis, and all of these players will be getting past to play in these games, and all of them have to be very, very important as the season wears on. It's a Christmas game. A lot of games. Chelsea will play Manchester United on Wednesday. They're going to play Everton over the weekend. These are two games that they need to manage, and when they do manage it well and get the all-important point, of course, they push up in the English Premier League. Yeah. So I saw something against Manchester United when they played against Newcastle United. They tried to press them. So I've consistently told a lot of analysts that if you are watching a lot of games and you want to know what really the team had done in the training ground in the first opening, you watch the first 2-3 minutes. And Man United tried to press Newcastle man for man, and I think they'll try to do this again. Again, this is a game that Chelsea doesn't need to be chasers. They need to control the game. So in one breath, I'm not happy that Conor Gallagher is out of the team, but in another breath, I'm happy that he's in because now this gives the team a lot more composure, a lot of control on the ball, having Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, and then also keeping the width with Raheem Sterling and then Conor Gallagher. The only issue I have on that left-hand side is that if you are playing Mikhailo Mudryk or even Noni Madueke, then you need a lot of underlapping and overlapping runs in there. Kukurea doesn't give that. Levi Cole doesn't give that. Of course, he's a centre-back. Ben Chilwell ideally would have given that, but he's injured. So that's the only issue that I have. So that Mikhailo Mudryk, can come inverted, can come inside. Then Levi Cole will make the overlapping runs in there for him. But that again, you see, this is a game where Chelsea needs to play with a blueprint of how Newcastle played against Manchester United. They need to be very aggressive. They need to be in their faces. They need to suffocate them. Chelsea's press against Brighton is one of the best. And earlier on, yesterday, I did post a video where I did tell you that I was very particularly excited about how Chelsea played out from the back and then the build-up scheme for Chelsea. So a lot of the time when Chelsea were building up, it was Thiago Silva, Benoit Bellachile opening up here. But then occasionally, Moise Caicedo will move very up here, receive the ball from these zones. And when the Brighton players were pressing with the three up top, Evan Ferguson, Adingra up top, and then they have Bernot in there. Now, one of them is with the ball-sided player now, but on this side, the one with the ball side will now have issues because over here, there are two players. Who are you pressing? Yes, you press the one with the ball, but this now opens up. Immediately he opens up. Thiago Silva, he comes to come and press the one with the ball here. Now Thiago Silva makes this darting run. He makes the darting run, places it into the path of Thiago Silva. Then whilst there is also Alexander Sashi running in, he places into the path. Just within that part, Chelsea have beaten the first and second lines of press. It's important. Build up isn't something I'm worried for the game against Manchester United. Chelsea and Pochettino essentially should not be going into to try to prevent the game from being scrappy. That's the best, Manchester United's best way of winning the game. When a game becomes scrappy, becomes end-to-end, there should be total exertion of control. And I love what Moise Caicedo did in that game in central areas and winning the ball back. And then his job in ball progression, it was excellent. Again, Chelsea do have to be very aggressive and then win the balls very high up the pitch. and then press Manchester United. In fact, they should be able to make it a very, very narrow press, especially from that left-hand side where it's also likely that Luke Shaw will play through again, and then wait to prevent them from playing centrally. Then shove them into wide areas. There are two ways Chelsea can win the ball of Manchester United when you shove them into wide areas. Yes, first of all, when the ball goes into Aaron Wan-Bissaka on this side, Aaron is not one of the best on the ball. Now, on that side also, he will need a lot of options from central areas. With Chelsea, that's possibly going to be Chelsea's press trigger in this area. Once the ball goes in here, they should be able to recover the ball, win the ball from that zone, and then play forward. Again, also for Diogo Dalot, who is not so comfortable in this nice natural area. If the ball comes here, Chelsea should be comfortable enough as a press trigger to win the ball in these zones and play forward. I think that the biggest problem for Chelsea is going to be chance conversion. This is going to be one of those games where I think Chelsea are going to come across a lot of chances. They will have a lot of chances in there. The problem will be the conversion of those chances. And whilst Nicolas Jackson has done a brilliant job in terms of hold up, dribbling, and being an excellent all-round player, the biggest problem is going to be the conversion rate. And you need him to get goals. It's important that he needs to get goals, especially in big games like this. But Nicolas has proven that in big games, when the stakes are high, he gets the job done. He did it against Tottenham Hotspur, and he also did it against Manchester City. And it's something that he ought to repeat. And I think that there's going to be an anytime goal scorer. Nicolas Jackson is a guy, and then he can get an all-important goal for Chelsea. Chelsea are just well placed. They just need that consistency. They need to get it over the line. They just should be able to do it over 2-3 games. And if they do it, they are just there in terms of. And I think this paints a picture of where Chelsea are in terms of the squad development, where the project is, where Chelsea themselves are, how they're going to see themselves. And this Manchester United game affords themselves a great chance for them to grow. Eric Ten Hag loves to play out on the left-hand side. And if anybody has asked you why is it that he pushed Luke Shaw into that zone in there, he would love a natural left-footed centre back. He would love somebody that is more comfortable in the left zones so he can play throughout them. Now, the reason why I think the biggest issue I had was playing Diogo Dalot in here. Now, if Diogo Dalot is coming inside, he's going to receive the ball on his left hand side, left foot. If he is receiving on the left foot, that's not something that he's more comfortable in. He may shift onto the right and play forward. By the time he shifts, in this day and age where the game is very detailed and everything, he may have been closed down in central areas. I think Shaw should still be at the left back, then bring in a proper centre back in here. Ideally, it should have been Leandro Martinez, but he's not there. When you have him here, then you are going to be comfortable, and with the one-touch Eric Ten Hag passes, it's an automatism that I've seen from Eric Ten Hag's team at Ajax and up to now. He does it so well, and that was the problem against Newcastle United. But essentially, Newcastle went harder. They were in the face of Manchester United. They've shoved them. They won the second balls. They were aggressive. They won everything that they needed to win, and they were the best side on the day. And Chelsea needs to replicate that. They need to be in the face of Manchester United. They need to win the balls. They need to be aggressive. They need to push very high and wide and get the job done. Guys, so the Christmas festivities is on. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of our analysis in here. Thank you very much for choosing me. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. Just before you go, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you should. Trust me, you should. Bye.